2014 has been an incredible year for Scotland. Not only have we hosted the Commonwealth Games, where dozens of different nations came from around the world to enjoy Scottish hospitality and friendly competition in a wonderful setting in Glasgow and around the country. But also we've had our independence referendum, a referendum that divided our country between the yes and the no camp. Two groups of people who felt strongly about the future of this nation, who still have got to live together with whatever compromise is going to be worked through at the moment. As I talk to people in Scotland, I find that, especially among those in the yes camp, they were very disappointed, frustrated, even depressed that the majority of people did not go with their vision for an independent Scotland. It wasn't only the outcome of the referendum that caused people to be downhearted. There have been many personal tragedies over this last year. Just today I found out that a week last Monday I passed an accident that had just taken place, and it was before the police and the ambulance had arrived. There was other people taking care of the situation, and I wondered what had happened and the outcome. And I found out today that there is a grieving family as a result of that tragic accident that took place on a wet, cold morning on one of our windy roads here in Scotland. There are many people who are experiencing pain and suffering, and many who have lost those that they care about this last year. Sadness seems to encroach on our nation as the dark weather, the dark nights extend, and we wonder what hope there is for the future. I love the Christmas carol, Joy to the World. It was written by Isaac Watts, who was born in Southampton, my own hometown, and in 1719 he penned a set of poems based on the Old Testament Psalms, written in the light of the coming of Jesus Christ. Most of these poems have been totally ignored, but this one, based on Psalm 98, was picked up and put to music and has become the song that we so love to sing. It's based on Psalm 98 and verse 4, where it says, "Shout joyfully to the Lord, all the earth. Joy to the world, the Lord has come." The whole earth, not just the Jewish nation, are to rejoice at what God has done. And in sending the Messiah, Jesus Christ, we have the best reason for joy, because the cause of pain and suffering, the cause of hostility in families and relationships, the one who tends to exacerbate all problems in this world, the evil one, the devil, his days are done. And because Jesus Christ came and won the victory on the cross, we will have salvation. The victory will be for God and his kingdom, and we will all one day go to heaven if we love Jesus. Today, I met a prisoner in our only open prison here in Scotland. He's been in for quite a long time because, as he says, he was a drunkard, he was addicted to drugs, he was into all sorts of behavior that caused not only him problems, but problems for lots of other people as well. As a result of that, he has had to serve his time for what he did. And he was visited when he was in prison by a group of Seventh-day Adventists prison visitors who not only wanted to come along and tell him the gospel, they wanted to become friends with him. And he says that as these people came in, it wasn't just a handshake. They would give him a big hug. These lovely West Indian ladies, as he says, would come and make him feel so special. That is what the joy of Christianity can bring. And so he studied for himself, and eventually he was baptized in prison as a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. It's the first time I've met him today, but as he told me his story, there was such a warmth and a smile on his face, because over the last 7 to 10 years, he has come closer to the God who can change his life, who has changed his old ways of doing things to become entirely new, so that when he is provoked, he does not retaliate with violence as he would have done in the past, but he almost surprises himself that God has given him the grace and the strength to treat everybody with dignity. This prisoner friend is looking forward to coming out. It'll be another few months before he comes out, but we are hoping that it will be soon. But every day he's looking forward to that day, because freedom is coming for him. Freedom is round the corner. Freedom is what brings him joy. In Proverbs 21 and verse 15, it said, "It is a joy for the just to do justice." In this world, many people are seeking happiness, and they find it in all sorts of entertainment, or so they think. According to this passage, the core of joy comes from doing justice, through acting in a right way. And so this prisoner friend, he's saying, I want to be restored and to do the best I can to put things right for all the stuff I've done wrong in my time before I went to prison. Restorative justice is something that we've recently heard about as a way that those who have offended are able to try to make amends and to say sorry to those who they have hurt. This person wants not just to say sorry, but he wants to live a life where he's able to bring healing and help to the many people who need it, because his life has been radically transformed by the presence of Jesus, and he wants to bring that same joy into other people's lives. So, as we're coming up to Christmas, and we're going to be singing Joy to the World, it's my hope, indeed it's my prayer, that we all will discover the true joy that comes from Jesus coming into this world. Joy because he has put an end to the sin problem by dying on the cross. Our salvation is complete. But it brings joy because he's promised not to leave us alone. And every year we celebrate his coming into the world, because he promised that that coming wasn't just in the past, but it is going to happen again. And soon, from the conditions that we see in the world, Jesus and his advent brings joy because of the past, and joy because he's going to come and put the end to all the sin and pain and difficulties of this world, and restore us all to his peace, his joy, and through his love forevermore.